Hello everybody, my name is Jared. Welcome to my channel. I don't know what I'm doing with my arms. In the last video, we unboxed an AB6IX album. If you didn't see that, the link is in the description below. But we're talking about AB6IX again today. I love them. Yesterday, October 7th, they dropped their album 6IXENSE. I will be doing an unboxing of the album once it gets shipped to me. Don't know when that will be. Alright, so today we are going to be talking about the album 6IXENSE, my thoughts on it, top 5 tracks, you know, all that. First of all, if you aren't aware, AB6IX is a K-pop group with 5 lovely gentlemen. We have D.R.E.A.M, Donghyun, Woojin, Youngmin, and Woong. Woong is my bias. I also love D.R.E.A.M and Woojin and Donghyun and Youngmin. I like them all. They debuted in May, and they just came back with a full album. I've been very hyped for it. Breathe was one of my favorite songs of the summer. Needless to say, I've been very excited to see what else they would put out. The title track for this album was Blind for Love, and I honestly don't think they could have chosen a better follow-up for Breathe. The visuals were stunning. I watched this literally first thing out of bed yesterday, and I started the video. You just see fire, and all of a sudden D.R.E.A.M's floating on these floating rocks, and then there was like this galaxy effect over him. I paused the video and I just sat there in complete shock, and I was like, this is how we're starting my day. Okay. So yeah, the music video was fantastic. They all looked great. Their colorful hair was chef's kiss. And I think it's so awesome that they are developing a style that is so them so early in the game. You can see hints of Breathe throughout the music video and some of the vocals, some of the choreo. It was just like, it's perfect. They're perfect. I'm crying. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into my top 5 tracks. This is no particular order, except for the first track, which will be my number 1. Just want to throw that out there. I don't dislike any of these songs on this album. I want to preface with that. They're all great songs, no skips. Kings of music. Right now, from like just having a day to listen to this album, my favorite track is Dream, which is a rap line song. We have Woojin and Youngmin rapping and giving us some vocals, and sonically it's one of my favorite things I've heard in a while. It's like very me. Of course I'm gonna be happy, and just their rap flow is insane, and their vocals are just impressive on top of it. It's just great. So that's like my number 1 song, and my top 5 is Dream, Sunset, Love Air, Underscore and Me, and Dandelion. Dandelion! And if I had to put a 6th one in the top 5, it would be Deep Inside. That song. Ooh, Sunset. Can we talk about that build up? And then it just goes build up again, and then like the actual chorus hits. That like shook me to my core. I was listening to the album through YouTube, and I was being really salty about having to listen to it through YouTube. More on that later. But I was like really feeling this build up. I'm like, drop it, drop it, drop it, and then it just calms down. It gets your peak attention, and then it gives you a little bit more, and then boom, when the sun set. Me pretending to be an AB6IX for 10 minutes straight. It's beautiful. I love when songs do that. It was great. I cried a little. It was great. Now we're going to talk about 2 of the tracks that were very slow. Made me want to cry in the library. If you saw my Twitter, you know. It's Deep Inside and Nothing Without You. The vocals on these tracks are so heavenly, so pure. How else to describe it other than just like literal perfection going into my eardrums? Yeah, I wrote like some pinpoint notes, and those are the things. They're beautiful as hell, and I can picture myself crying to these songs. In the library maybe, to Nothing Without You. Also, if AB6IX is going on a world tour, which I hear there is talks about, Nothing Without You would be like the best, like second to last song to end a concert on. You know, bring that like not candles, you know, lighter moment, iPhone lights up, swinging, like great moment, and then hit us with the finale song. Ooh, 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 that would be fantastic, and I want to see that. Just throwing that out there. As I said earlier, there are no skips. However, there was one part on this album I was not a big fan of. Don't come for me, I'm still an AB new, I really like them a lot, please don't attack me. But, Be There. Let's talk about her, let's digest it, let's rip it apart. It starts off beautifully. You know, you get these really pretty vocals, you're like getting into this album, it's starting to build up, you're like, I think I know where this is going, and then it just changes the style completely to the chorus, which slaps you in the face in a way that is very off-putting. I don't think this qualifies enough to make a track a skip. It's just something I wasn't ready for, not really the biggest fan of, but like over time I'll come to appreciate it kind of thing, you know? I think it's a great song, without a doubt, a great song, but the chorus caught me off guard and didn't grab me by the end of my first listen of it, if that makes sense. So that's about all my comments on the album. It's a beautiful album, an amazing album. Would have loved to have listened to it immediately when it came out. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me talk about this literally all day yesterday, so I'm gonna keep this brief, but it is something to point out about the overall album experience. I use Apple Music, but that might change within the next 3 months. 6IXENSE is not on Apple Music right now in the US. It's on Spotify, you can buy it on iTunes, but you can't stream it on Apple Music. That was a bummer. I spent every single hour yesterday refreshing Apple Music to see if I could listen to this album without having to like go to YouTube. By like noon yesterday, I had given up and I went to youtube.com, went on the AB6IX's official page, found the album there, and had to listen to it on my phone with my phone screen still on the entire time, draining my battery just to listen to this album for the first time. My first listening experience was a stressful one, an enjoyable one, an unforgettable listening experience. But a listening experience that caused me so much stress because I didn't know how to get this album. If you're a fan of K-pop, you know October is the month right now of just release after release after release. So when I woke up this morning to see AOTY's album perfectly ready on Apple Music, I was offended. We saw the same thing happen when Lizzo and AB6IX did a collab. It was nowhere to be seen in the US. Specifically Apple Music. I think it's on Spotify. I haven't been able to find it, but I decided to cave and I got Spotify just so I could have a decent listening experience to this album, and it just gets better every time you listen to it. But the amount of stress I had to go through to listen to this album was unenjoyable. The album, fantastic. Chef's Kiss, Daily Production King, all of them did great. The lyrics, beautiful. The vocals, beautiful. The concept, rich. I'm so poor. If I had to give this album a review on a scale out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. This album was fantastic, very flawless, except for the one little critique we mentioned earlier, but that is very much a personal thing. I know a lot of people like the song. It's just my thoughts. And it doesn't get a pure 10 out of 10 because of that small critique and the issues I had streaming it on release date. I literally, story time. I literally contacted Apple support being like, where is my album? And they're like, we can't help you. So, I don't know. I hope to see it on Apple Music, just so more people can have the access to this album, because it is a great album, deserves everybody's ears. I love AB6IX so much. They did great. I'm very proud of them. What a first comeback. Alrighty, well that is about it from me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below what you would like to see from me next, and what your thoughts on AB6IX's new album was. If you would like to see more from me, including an unboxing of both versions of 6IXENSE, yes, I got both, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and follow me on Twitter. I'll be tweeting a lot. You can talk to me more there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Build it up, go! Well,